Fuck. All right, here we go.
The following information may make you feel smarter, but will not actually increase your IQ.
I got him!
So don't get cocky.
Oh, I don't know what this thing is. A great gift downstairs.
Work there, dude.
Welcome to
DeaconLive.
DeaconLive.
Welcome back, guys. On today's show, what is Heinz doing to prevent fake ketchup? And I got to start over. I'm pissed off. I'm so pissed off. So pissed off. Yes, delete. Yes. I got to fix all this anyway. So here we go. Let's go back here. Welcome back, guys. On today's show, what is Heinz doing to prevent fake ketchup? And what is coffee badging? And want to buy an airline really, really cheap? And Fire Sticks owners are all going to jail. All this and much more we discuss here on DeaconLive as we get you caught up of what you might have missed over the last 7 days or so, all done within 60 minutes. How are you? How are things? How are things going? I am pissed off. God almighty, I'm pissed off. Shit. You get out of here. There's a fly flying around in here in the studio. And for every podcast, we do have a matching video over on YouTube as well. You can see me here in the studio. Steam literally coming out my ears right now. I always made fun of people on Facebook, just in general. But I mean, the people that go, you know, they type on those, what would you look like if you were in the 1910s and the 1920s and the 1930s? And it gives all the pictures and stuff, and it's all these things. Press here if you'd like to play. And all these different things where it does all this AI stuff, and it takes your picture, and it makes a copy of your picture, and it does all this crazy stuff. And, you know, what is your favorite vegetable? If you were only to eat vegetables all day long, you know, and all these other stupid, crazy games and things that people, you know, tap on their you can tell I'm pissed. God, I'm pissed. On Facebook and all these different, you know, quizzes and things of that nature, you know, take this quiz and do all this stuff. And I always go and I always mention someone. Hold on, let me calm down a little bit. I always mention something to the effect I always post underneath it, and that's how my page got hacked or something stupid like that. So this morning, I get up, and I first thing I do, grab my phone. I got on Facebook, and I see I got some notifications on Facebook. So I go through the notifications, and you know, I'm scrolling through, and it says, "Oh, you've been logged out." I said, "Well, this has happened before. You know, if I leave the computer on up here on a Facebook page and on my phone at the same time, it kind of says two people are on it at the same time, so they just log me out. It's a common thing." So I go to log back in, and I get this message that says, your account has been something to the effect of a post on your Instagram page under whatever name, I don't recognize it, goes against our policies and stuff. Your account has been suspended for whatever. You have 180 days to appeal the process. And I said, okay, this is just a simple, I go in there and change the password so they can't access my account. That type deal. So I go over to Instagram, and I'm logging in. It's suspended for 180 days. Same warning and everything. But I go to log in. I can't log in. I cannot do. I am trapped. I'm at the mercy. I can't log into my Facebook because, you know, Meta owns everything. Meta owns Facebook and Instagram. So somehow, long or the short is, somehow someone has gone into my Instagram account and literally said, you know, DeaconLive podcast, delete. And then under something, I don't know what it is, but I'm so confused. I don't know where to start. I don't know who to point fingers at. I don't know who to blame. I'm rarely on my Instagram account at all. It literally just sits there and does its own thing. Now, I do have reels or whatever they're called that get posted over there, and I use little behind the scenes. I use Opus clips, you know, all the videos and stuff that I do here in the studio, no matter what podcast I'm on. There's a oh, by the way, Opus clips is really, really good if you're wanting to edit and stuff and make these short little clips. And I'll take them and it's got a calendar section, and you can literally tell the Opus Clips to upload all these things on whatever platform you want them on. It does it automatically. I want this one on, Instagram at 3 o'clock. I want this one on Facebook at 5 o'clock. I want this one on my LinkedIn page, my TikTok page, and, you can just go round and round in circles. You can have something going off on some page every hour. All you have to do is just set it up. You just click and go, okay, I want that video, click, 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 click. I want that one, what day, how many times or whatever, and like that. That's the only thing I ever do with Instagram. I rarely, I think I posted 2 pictures this whole entire year on Instagram, but somehow this person, and I know who it is. I say I know who it is, not like it's a friend or family member or anything like that. It's from overseas. It's Russian, because the only way I know that is because I asked for a link to be sent to my email address, and it says the link comes to my email address, and it's all in Russian. And I go, well, what the hell does this say? And it's got a picture of whatever their new icon is that they've changed. So I, copy, and I go to ChatGPT, and I go, please translate this for me. And it translates and says, looks like someone has signed into your account, just a normal thing that Instagram sends out. Press here to reset your password. But on my end, it was all in Russian. So the location of whoever has my Instagram account is in Russia. All right. You know what? If you want the Instagram account that bad, help yourself. It's yours. But let my Facebook page go. Let it go. But no, they're linked together. So I have no access to my Facebook page. I have rare to no access to my Instagram page, because that's where it all started. But it was nothing that I never clicked on, like a, what would you look like if you were on, Game of Thrones? What would you look like if you were in Beetlejuice? I've never, ever tapped into one of those, and somehow some fucking guy, some moron, and has the nerve, because I can see like all the behind the scenes stuff, Bob Davis, and it's got a email address, which I'm sure it's just one of those, it bounces around. It's like Blair Remington 00300 at mxv.cr.klmnop. That's one of those generic burner emails. So I'm at the mercy. I'm like, and I don't have the time and the patience to go through right now, because I just found out like this afternoon before the show. So steam is still coming off my face because I'm so hot about doing this. But now I have to sit there, and the Instagram help section is a fucking moron. They don't want you. If you lost your page, they're like, I don't care. Oh, you didn't do this? Oh, and you click on this. If this has happened to you, click here. And then it gives you somewhere else. And if this has happened, click here. And it brings you back to the same place you just were. And I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck? I just want to type in, my thing got hacked. How do I fix it? Here's my name. I got to a certain level somewhere in there. It says, take a picture and mail it to us. And, I'm like going, okay, like a driver's license or something like that. And I'm thinking in my back of my mind, am I going to send them a picture of my driver's license? Am I going to send a picture of, it had all these different forms that you would, a verification, voter's registration, my driver's license, school ID, passport, all this stuff, all the important stuff that you don't want to get online. But here, Instagram somehow let this fucking Bob Davis guy, which I know it's a fake name, take over my Instagram account. But now for me to get back into it, I'm at the mercy of Instagram. I have to prove that, yes, I am him, or I am me. I am I. We are we. All together we are one. Something like that. But that's what I'm dealing with right now. So if I'm a little hot, a little pissed off, a little short with you, please, I apologize in the beginning. But we have a lot of stuff to get into, a lot to talk about. And do you know what coffee badging is? I think we've talked about it before, but now that it's actually becoming a real thing, and I'll dive into what that is when we come back. So stick around. You're listening to Deacon Live right here on Prophet Radio. Hopefully they don't close us down. They won't capture this over on Prophet Radio. You're listening to Deacon Live right here on Prophet Radio. I'll be right back. Welcome back to Deacon Live. I'd say follow us over on Facebook, but Jesus Christ, I can't get any answers over there. I don't know. I know. I'm still pissed. But welcome back to Deacon Live. You can always follow us over on YouTube, and you can always follow us over on TikTok as well. And if you have any questions or anything for me or any kind of stuff, you can email me anytime at deacon@profitradio.com. We'd love to hear from you. And you can also be heard by going to Prophet Radio. And at the top of the page is a little section that says, be heard. Leave a message for Deacon Live. If you got a microphone on whatever device you're listening to us on or at, you can speak right into it. You can be anonymous if you want. Fucking Dave, Bob Davis. You can be anonymous, you cocksucker. It comes right to my inbox, and we'll play it on this podcast if we get it in soon enough. We broadcast every Wednesday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If not, we will play it on the very next podcast as well next Wednesday. Now, coffee badging. My wife is doing that whole hybrid working from home 2 days a week and working from the office. I still don't understand that. It's either you're working at home all the time. It's all or none, in my opinion. It's all or none. But over in Amazon, over in Australia, this gentleman says, I work at Amazon and I plan on coffee badging instead of working from the office 5 days a week. Amazon has announced a return to office mandate requiring 5 days a week in the office starting from January. An employee at Germany, told Business Insiders he planned on doing coffee badging. The engineer said that his new mandate was a betrayal as it erodes the employees' trust in their leaders. Amazon noticed all employees on Monday that the new return to office mandate is requiring us to come into the office 5 days a week starting this January. My entire team was very shocked and worried. Some people want to leave the company because of this. This betrayal of many people, especially those who were hired as remote workers, is eroding our trust in the company. Before Amazon made the announcement this week, I already had a feeling that this stricter return to office mandate was coming in 2025. Because of that leadership, I have made it very clear through the last mandate that that this was the direction that they were going to take. And in the past few months, things have been becoming more and more stricter. In Germany, Amazon in June started enforcing the mandate that requires us to be in the office 3 days a week. But unlike the U.S., we aren't required to come in for a certain number of hours per day. People are still trying to adjust their last return to office push that they had. I live very close to the office, this gentleman says, so I'm not personally worried about having to do another 2 days in the office just because I can come in, swipe my badge, stay for 15 minutes, and then go back home. I still have some flexibility there in my position. I think the return to office is being used as a tool to carry out the silent layoffs, as many of them see bright engineers leaving the company since their last mandate. Many people are definitely terrified about what this will mean for them. For colleagues, they have contacted me and told me that they were considering leaving the company even for a lower paying job where they can sit at home and work from home. So having a flexibility remote work policy did not have a big impact on productivity. If you create an atmosphere of growth and drive people, they will always deliver regardless of where they work. So basically, coffee badging is going in, having your cup of coffee, saving face with everyone. Hey, how you doing? And then as soon as everyone gets in their cubicle, you kind of do the left and the right look, and you go, pew, I'm out of here. And then you go back home and log in. So what was this? I know my wife can see with her position who's in the office and who's at home because of, the computers that they're on, their stations. I'm trying to think of their mobile desk, their whatever, wherever they're logged in at. Oh, this person, Monica's in the office today, or Monica's at home on her laptop, that type deal. So I guess I don't know how they do that over in Germany. In Germany, we don't tell them. We do whatever. Now, this gentleman right here is a manager, and he went in and fired the whole entire HR department because of what he did, because of what the manager did. So the manager was proving that the HR's department of application tracking system was an auto rejecting of all candidates. So the ATS, ATS, or the application tracking system, has become the bane of every job seeker's existence if you're out there trying to get a job. Basically submitting a job application, the digital equivalent of balling up your resume and hurling it into the ocean. So there are often several reasons why the so-called resume black hole, or resume, resume. I'm still thinking about the goddamn Instagram thing. The resume black hole, but frequently it's because the software simply can't make a sense of even the slightest deviation from the norm. Like, say, a resume gap. The integration of AI seems to be making all this worse, including discrimination. But one manager on Reddit discovered that entirely different kind of messed up that this whole idiotic simple program has been doing to his hirees. The manager posted their story in a comment on Reddit post in which a job seeker laminated a world record rejection after applying for a job. Both emails containing the confirmation receipt of their application, and then the other one was a rejection, of the job, not even 1 minute later. It says right here, "Congratulations, we've received your resume, 10:56 a.m. And then right after that, you get another email that says, "Your candidate update with the company. Thank you but we are not interested in whatever," less than 1 minute later. Obviously, there's no possible way that their application was actually reviewed by anything other than software with the requirements that are too tightly stringent and inscrutable, which is absolutely infuriating on its face. So when the manager brought this issue to upper management, they fired half of the HR person. So what happened was the manager turned in his own application for a position. He's already hired there. He turned in his own application in for a position and got rejected for the position that he's already there working for. So when he brought this up to higher management, they fired half of the HR department in the following weeks. It turned out the whole entire problem resulted in a typographical error with an enormous consequences. The manager worked in the tech space and was trying to hire developers, but the HR had set up a system to look for developers with expertise, not only the wrong development software, but the development software that doesn't even exist anymore. Hey, are you good on Windows 95? I'm good in Windows 95. Well, we're just looking for Windows 95. Well, I can do Vista. I can do all that other stuff. Nope. We're just looking for Windows 95, even though they don't use Windows 95 for. So can you imagine that? You're the manager and you had to pull this prank. Do you look at your manager and go, "Oh, so you don't trust us?" No, I don't. And this is the reason why. Can I see those resumes, everything that's been in the shredder? No, Lucy, glue them all back together. Put them together, and I want them on my desk in the morning. You know, I'm tapping the desk here if you're watching this on the YouTube channel. I want my stuff in the morning. I want these. I want all resumes come right to me. And then he gets a pile this big on his desk. He's like, "Whoa, all right. Monica, come back. I apologize, but stop running it through this AI system looking for certain keywords." All right, when we come back, this couple won a shit ton of money at a local casino and then got robbed. What the robbers got, you'd be surprised. And I'll dive into that story when we come back. So stick around. You're listening to Deacon Live right here on Prophet Radio. I'll be right back. Welcome back to Deacon Live. You want something for free? Well, we will give you something for free just for listening to the show. What you got to do is go over to prophetradio.com. At the top of the page says free swag, and you can see all the fine programming that comes out of this Prophet Radio studio. Pick yourself out something. Magnets, stickers, keychains, whatever you want. Pick that out. It's not an email grab or anything like that. Just fill it out, and we will mail them out to you. And if you're here in the United States, overseas, it takes a little bit longer for it to get out to you. They usually ship it out once a month, and they usually do it, I think, on the 15th, and they just shipped some out the other day. So if you're catching up with us now, today being the 18th, you got to wait all the way to the 15th of next month. But you'll get it. Excuse me. Yeah, yep, you'll get it. But it's just their way of saying thank you for listening to everything that goes on here at Prophet Radio Studios. Now, I'm still pissed. Sorry. I'm still pissed. And, you know, it's not the fact. I know. Everyone's like, get over it. It's not the fact that I actually was talking to myself, because I normally do, as I talk to you guys. And I was actually thinking about doing I even posted doing a whole purge of my Facebook account and just kind of dropping everything. What upsets me the most about the Facebook hack, whatever you want to fucking call it, I don't care, is the fact that I've got all these pictures of, now I've got them on my phones, I've got them saved everywhere, but all the pictures of, you know, we lost 2 puppies a couple years ago, and just family members that we've lost over the years, they're still in my photo gallery, you know, and I get a time hop and, you know, I see the dogs and I'm like, oh, there's the puppies. Or I see, you know, family member that we lost or an incident or something that I miss those things. That's what I mainly think. And then outside of that, I don't care. I don't care about, I don't want to say I don't care about you guys, but I don't necessarily, I got into this whole toxic realtor, I got realtors and loan officers and they're all fighting with each other and all that. I'm like going, why am I even on this thing other than to self-promote myself? So maybe I'll do that. I'm going to create a whole new account and I'll let you know when that happens and I'll get you up to date on that because I'm ready to just flush. I'm ready to just flush everything and just start over. And when I say start over, I'm not going to... I don't know, because when I started it, it was a personal page, and it turned into a business page at the same time. I think I'm going to just go right into a business page and then just be done with it from there. So maybe that's what I'll do. I don't know. I haven't figured it out yet. Now, this couple right here is trying to figure out what they're going to do because if I can get rid of all these pop-ups, they won a shit ton of money at the Rivers Casino in Des Plaines. Where's Des Plaines at? Oh, Illinois. A couple won big at an Illinois casino, and their lucky streak got more attention from armed robbers who followed them home, according to the police. Investigators say a couple won a considerable, quote-unquote, considerable amount of money during their visit to the Rivers Casino in Des Plaines on September 16th. They had won about $130,000. No, the sentence before that was a considerable amount of money, and then they say, okay, it was $130,000. It was about 6:50 a.m. February when they arrived at their home at Fox Lake, and an armed man approached them, aiming a gun at them as they got out of the car. The man snatched a paper bag away from him, which was believed to be containing the money that they have just won. However, the bag was actually filled with steak and lobster from the couple's leftover dinner that they just recently had. The money was safely stashed away in the woman's walker. Okay, I don't know how you stashed that in there, where she had placed it a short time before they got home. The male subject fled the scene on foot before getting into the vehicle and fleeing at a high rate of speed out of the area. After months of investigation, police announced that the arrest warrants have been issued for 2 men. With the assistance of the Rivers Casino security and license plate recognition cameras, investigators were able to identify Marcel Britton of Chicago and Amari Kent of Maywood as the subjects who followed the victims home on February 10th. And then just recently they caught him. Surveillance cameras captured the men at the casino many times throughout the night. Investigators said that at one point they were seen speaking with a female accomplice who had been talking to the couple during their visit. The Lake County, one of the men was also seen pointing at the couple and smiling, rubbing his hands together. The classic. The only thing that was missing was the peeling of the mustache. You know, the rolling of the mustache, the evil. And your little dog, too. I don't know why that's in there, but all right. Britton was taken into custody on August 6th, according to the police, but Kent is still at large. So both men are facing charges of robbery of a victim 60 years of age or older, and aggravated battery. Fox Lake is roughly 60 miles northwest of Chicago. So, couple won, a lot of money. celebrated, went out and got shrimp and lobster and steak and all the accoutrements, the surf and turf deal. And Henry had it in her walker. Oh, Henry, I can't eat all of this. My gout is coming in. Can we take some of this home and feed it to Fluffy? I guess we can. All right, get in the car. What am I going to do with this money? Put it in your walker compartment or something. I don't know. My dad's got a walker. It's got like a seat where it flips up. Okay, I'll put it in there. And then they get out of the car, and he's got this, one of those Five Guys burgers and fries bags where it's got grease all over the side, with their lobster and steak in it. And then, give me the money. Guy comes up, give me the money. And they just grab the bag, and he takes off running. Well, at least he got a last meal. The guy who robbed him and stuff. But, yeah, so you get what you get. So excited. Now, what's exciting right now is Heinz Ketchup is having a great old time. Because they're getting the last laugh. When I take my dad out for breakfast sometimes, and, we live out in the middle of nowhere, and we live in Marshville, just outside of Charlotte, North Carolina, and we have all these little mom and pop diner type things. That's the only way I can describe it. I mean, they literally are diners. We don't have no chain restaurants or anything around here until you get closer to Charlotte. And I'll see some weird ketchup on the table, like you've seen fancy ketchup. I think that was McDonald's had that for a long time, and then they switched over to Heinz. And there's all these weird, when you buy it from your food distribution center, a case of the fancy ketchup is, might be $100 for 12 bottles or whatever. I don't know what the price of the going rate for ketchup is. And then, the Heinz, you want the Heinz? Oh, that's $250. Well, I'll go with the $100 case. But what Heinz is finding out right now, they're so fucking cheap. They are so fucking cheap. And so, you want to talk about big politics, big money and stuff. Heinz has added a sneaky design logo to their ketchup bottle, which makes sure that restaurants aren't misleading any of the customers. Heinz has worked with campaigns in the past to address this ketchup fraud. Dun, dun, dun. Heinz is so fed up. They're so pissed. The article says, I added the piss part, of restaurants and cafes replacing their bottles with off-brand ketchup, that they have a method to prevent this. So what they're saying is they'll buy the $250 case of Heinz ketchup, and then once it's out, they'll buy the $100 case of ketchup and squirt, they'll transfer the Heinz over to the other ketchup, or the fake ketchup over to the Heinz bottle. Oh, this Heinz tastes really good. I like this. It's a little different. It's a little tangier. When you think of tomato ketchup, the majority of people's minds go straight to Heinz. Of course, other brands are available, but if you likely find Heinz ketchup at most restaurants, well, it wouldn't be exactly surprising to discover that restaurants actually fill up the Heinz bottle with cheaper brands of ketchup. Now, what they've done is there's actually a way to tell if the ketchup is a true Heinz. However, with many now coming to realize, thanks to viral social media posts, here is, let's switch the camera. Oh, yeah, there it is. I can see it right now. I'm going to switch to camera 4 so you can see this in real time as we're talking about it here. So what Heinz has done, cheeky bastards, a Facebook user, let me go back to me now, because it's going to be a minute. A Facebook user, man behaving dadly, explains useless but insightful, interesting fact. Heinz is so tired of restaurants and cafes refilling the bottles with non-Heinz ketchup to fool customers that they developed a labeled sticker with the outer border that will match the exact color of the Heinz ketchup. If it matches the one on the left, let me switch to camera 6 here, or camera 4, sorry. If it matches, you'll have the real deal. But if it doesn't match, and if you see this red, I would want the one on the right. That one looks more organic. The one on the red looks like it's got dyes and all that shit. added to it to make it match the label. The one on the right looks a little bit more earthy. I think I would take the one on the right. Heinz, are you doing yourself a favor? Anyways, don't need a sticker. We know how it tastes. One person quipped. The second one, someone else said, if you can't even notice the difference between Heinz and other brands, there's something really wrong with you. A third one person remarked, I've eaten cafes and I've seen staff top off Heinz bottles with the value stuff. A dangerous game to play if there's allergens in ones, but not the other. Well, that makes sense. I would make sense of that. Let's go back to me now. So, is Heinz really upset? No, they just want to make sure that, you're getting the right product. They're just protecting their brand, their label and stuff. Because think about it. Like the one person just says, if Heinz makes theirs with 100% sugar and tomatoes, the good stuff, and the knockoff fancy brand makes it with soy, what's another allergen? Gluten. Throw some peanuts in there while you're at it, shellfish, and sugar and tomatoes, and you get an allergic reaction to it. They're going to go right to the ketchup bottle. They're like, going, well, what was in this? It was the ketchup. It made me do that. And then it's got the Heinz label on. Now Heinz got a lawsuit. Now they have to prove that, blah, 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 and a vicious circle and stuff. I bet you their Instagram page doesn't get hacked, but they got people protecting that. So I try to stay away from ketchup as much as I can. I actually will, when I go to a restaurant, I'll ask for mustard, because mustard is like not pure. There's a lot of sodium in mustard, but there's no sugars, there's no calories, there's no carbohydrates, there's no any of that stuff. Look at a bottle of ketchup. Yeah, it's got a lot of that shit in it. But that's what's good. And the reason why Heinz ketchup has made a whole lot of money, and I'll say this, I've said this many years ago, they actually had a quote from what was the daughter or the wife of that owns the Heinz company. It's not the ketchup that they put in their mouth, it's the ketchup that they leave on the table, which makes us rich. So think about that next time you leave a whole bunch of ketchup on your plate. When we come back, you want to buy a plane? You want to buy a whole fleet of planes? We can go into business together, me and you. Send me an email. I'll forward it over to my Facebook page. There's a company that just started a couple of years ago. They're already going under. And it's not the ones that you would think, but I've heard of them. But it's just amazing that they can't just hold their own in the air. So stick around. We'll tell you who they are and how much they want for what they have. So stick around. You're listening to Deacon Live right here on Prophet Radio. I'll be right back. Welcome back to Deacon Live. Don't forget, for every podcast we have a matching video over on YouTube, which hasn't been hacked yet. You can search us Deacon Live Podcast over on YouTube, and you can see me here in the studio waving to you waving us, hopefully back. And it just gives you another media source to enjoy the program. When we talk about articles, if there's visuals and stuff, you can see them in real time as we're talking about them on the, I got them on my monitor here, and you guys can see them, and we can all talk about it. And make sure you like and comment over there. I don't do it for any kind of money or whatever, like YouTube bucks or anything like that. I just do it for, like I said, just to give you guys another thing to do. And we are on TikTok as well under... I know I'm so scared to give this message out or whatever, because someone's going to go, oh, he's over there. Let's go hack him, Bob Davis, hack him. But no, all of our social contacts you can find us over on the prophetradio.com website under social contacts. And if you'd like to email me at any time, you can email me at deacon@prophetradio. If you don't want to be on the air, that's fine. I'm okay with that. I hope you're okay with that too. Now, someone who's not okay right now is this company right here. Starting a new airline is inherently a risk endeavor. In September of 2022, a new Ontario-based carrier, Canada Jetlines, launched an inaugural flight shuttling tourists from the east coast of Canada to sunny vacation destinations such as Mexico, Jamaica, and Florida. Have they been to Florida? That dump. Yeah, I'm from Florida, so I can say that. However, the company quickly started accruing significant debts and struggled to find the necessary capital to cover them. In August of 2024, the airline suddenly canceled all of its remaining flights and told travelers who had booked them to pursue refunds, they're not getting it, through their credit card companies, because it would not be able to provide them while it sorted out an alternative financing options. Can you imagine that? You start an airline And I got an idea. I got $1 million idea, Bob Davis. Oh yeah, what is it? Let's have people in Canada are stuck in Canada. And in order to get to, sunny beaches, we're stuck up here in the snow, and all this. So let's only fly to sunny places. Let's go to Jamaica. Let's go to Florida. Let's go to Mexico. So 2 out of 3 are not that bad. I mean, Florida's great. I'm from Florida. You land in the, MCL, Orlando International Airport. Do they fly? Can you fly straight to Jamaica? Or is it like you got to get a puddle jumper? Like, we'll get you to Florida. From Florida, you got to go to Jamaica. And I know they have international flights going straight to Mexico. But if that's your only 3 ports of call, I know that's boating, but I mean, if that's your only 3 destinations, your hubs, you got to expand. You got to do something else. Maybe they only had like 4 jets. Who's running that show over there? Who's running that ship? Well, the airline's board of directors initially positioned the shutdown as a temporary measure. The final shoe dropped on September 11th. Oh, man. Did they have to shut down an airline on September 11th? Does the Canadians even know that? What happened? They probably don't. They were involved, probably. They're too quiet up there. When the Canadian jet lines made a voluntary assignment in bankruptcy to appoint a BDO Canada Limited as the trustees overseeing the liquidation process. In total, the airline racked up a debt of $11.8 million in Canadian money, which is roughly $30. No, it's roughly 8.7 million U.S. currency. On September 11th, 2024, Jetliners Operation Limited filed an assignment in bankruptcy after finding it was unable to secure financing to continue its proposal under bankruptcy, the Solvency Act. BDO Limited said in a statement. So basically, they're just saying, this means the airline has officially given up all of its initial efforts to find new creditors that will allow them which allows them now to sell off assets to pay back the ones that they owe. Wouldn't Delta? I say Delta. Wouldn't one of the other airliners buy it? Maybe they already run through them. Maybe they're like discounters. We could do it less. We could do it less. But obviously, unfortunately, RIP to Canadian jet lines. It should be airlines. Jet lines. It sounds like the wonderful world of jetliners. It doesn't ring a bell or grasp the audience. When you talk about jetliners, I'd say airliners. That's better because Big Old Jet had one. Now, someone else that's in trouble right now is Delta. Not the whole entire company, just this one flight. A Delta flight blows out passengers' eardrums after the cabin fails to pressurize. Great! Honey, are you doing okay over there? What? Are you doing okay during the takeoff? What? Why are you yelling? Why are you bleeding? Oh, God, it just keeps coming and coming. The Delta Airlines flight on Sunday to from Salt Lake City to Portland, Oregon, immediately returned to Utah's capital when the flight crew realized the Boeing 737-900 MAX, they left that part out, was suffering cabin pressure issues. The 140 passengers on board were met by paramedics at the gate when the plane landed, and about 10 people were either evaluated or treated for bloody nose and ruptured eardrums. Can you imagine that? The Delta Flight 1203 seemed like a typical service until the aircraft rose above 10,000 feet. That's when it became apparent that the cabin wasn't pressurizing at the higher altitude. However, the oxygen mask did not fall from the overheads as they would in an emergency. Passenger Jackie Pursuer described the experience saying that it felt like somebody was stabbing her in the ear. God damn! I would not want to do that. She felt her ears popped from the pressures in the cabin and then a bubble. The pilot declared an emergency to air traffic control and descended to 10,000 feet before returning. The plane was only in the air for roughly 40 minutes. Delta Airlines said in a statement, "We apologize. We sincerely apologize to the customers for their experience on Flight 1203 on September 15th. The flight crew followed procedures to return to the airport where our teams on the ground and had supported for all of our customers and were meeting their immediate needs. Medical personnel met the flight at the gate and identified 10 individuals needing evaluation, and treatment. Delta offered to cover transportation for these customers to medical facilities. I would hope so. And Delta technicians worked on pressurizing the issue on the aircraft successfully. It was taken out of service that morning on the 15th and went back into service on the 16th. Can you imagine being the next crew that comes on that plane? Can you imagine that? You get on board and you're like going, is this the one? Is this the one? Judy, stop filling the ice buckets. Judy, is this the plane where the ears and the eyes are bleeding? And then, because they exaggerate after a while, where everyone was puking, the ears and bleeding. Is this the one? Oh, great. We're going to have a Dun, welcome aboard. If you have earbuds and earplugs, please put them in now. We don't care. This is the plane that they quote unquote fixed the other day. I'd be off that plane and onto another one. All right, guys, when we come back, do you have one of those Fire Sticks? We got Roku now. We gave the Fire Sticks a chuck. We threw those in the garbage. We're on Roku now, which is great. But people who got those ones that have been broken, well, they're putting a big crackdown on it. Are they really, though? Well, we'll get into those stories and the details later. So stick around. You're listening to Deacon Live right here on Prophet Radio. I'll be right back. Welcome back to Deacon Live. We'd love to hear from you, and the way you can be part of the show, you can be podcast famous. You can be right here in the studio alongside of us. The way you do that is go to Prophet Radio, proud sponsors of Deacon Live and all the other fine programming that comes out of this studio. Go over to Prophet Radio, PROPHET radio.com. At the top of the page says, leave a message for Deacon Live. Click record, or I think it says record, listen. I lose my train of thought here. So I think it says record, listen, and then send. You can be anonymous if you want. You can put a fake name up there, Bob Davis, cocksucker. And you can, it comes right to our inbox and we'll play it on the very next podcast. Yes, your voice will be heard right alongside of mine right here in the studio. Go over to Prophet Radio. At the top of the page says be heard. Now, speaking of people winning a shit ton of money, like the couple over there in Illinois, the 67-year-old lady winning, I won $130,000. They were not anonymous because they literally walked out of the place with stacks of cash. This gentleman right here won the lottery, the super lottery over in Jamaica. Is that where he's from? Am I getting this right? Yeah, Kingston, Jamaica. So this gentleman right here, and when you win a lottery, and I think anywhere in the United States, there's only like a certain select states where you can be anonymous if you want. But if you win any sorts of amount of money, you've seen them when you go in the lottery office. It's someone holding up the big check and it says $130,000 and they're how you doing? But when you win like the actual lottery, they usually televise that the winner, and they're sitting there signing the paperwork and getting all the formalities done, and they're right there on camera because I think you have to expose who you are by name, but physically you don't have to describe yourself or show yourself. This gentleman right here, winning the lottery can be a life-changing event, but this man right here in a viral incident from 2019, a man who won the super lottery that's going viral now in the Caribbean wore a costume from the movie Scream to pick up his check. The Jamaican man told the news station he wanted to hide his identity from everyone, including his family, to prevent anyone from asking him for a share of the prize. Can you imagine that? That's how much he hates his family and friends. The name shared by the man was A. Campbell. That's it. Just the letter A and then Campbell. The man in full costume, hands covered, chest, everything. There's no skin of his showing. With every inch of his body covered. posed with the winning check at the Spanish Court Hotel in Kingston. So he went viral for his clever disguise. Now, I'm going to switch over to camera 4 so you can see this in all real time. His total winnings amounted to $158,400,000 Jamaican dollars, which actually translates to $1.1 million in US. He had purchased the super lottery ticket months ago for 200 Jamaican dollars or $1.49. Campbell was the 17th winner in the super lottery, which is run by the Supreme Ventures company. So here he is. Let me switch to camera. Are we on camera 4 yet? Yeah, there we go. So here he is.
A Jamaican man does not want anyone to know he's a millionaire.
Yeah.
And here's what he did. He won the Super Lotto in his home
dancing
country
around.
and wore the mask here from the horror movie Scream to claim his $158.4 million.
That is hysterical.
You know? The man who simply...
So he's got a mask on from the movie Scream, you know, with the ghost face, you know, with the teary eyes and the open mouth and stuff. You know, the Scream mask. He's completely covered, and there he is standing there with a big check, A. Campbell.
Identified himself as a Campbell, waited 54 days to claim the ticket. Those who wear masks, you know, fear they will be recognized and harassed on the streets.
kidding?
And
Yeah. I mean, this is perfect.
Look at that, he's
Kinda
got gloves
scary,
on.
but Perfect.
He's got gloves on, so you can't
well,
see
I mean,
if he's white or black. I mean, normally you would think,
No.
all right, I got it.
That come out the woodwork.
Thank you. But, I mean, you would think, first of all, isn't there something going around, you know, I won't tell you that I won the lottery, but there'll be signs. You know, in Jamaica, I mean, how many people are on that island? There's not many. So all of a sudden, this guy was working at like a Target or something. Do they have Target in Jamaica? There, he's working at one of the places where they do the bamboo hats. You know, he's doing that. All of a sudden, hey, where's A. Campbell at, man? Oh, he no show up. Bumby Clot must be drunk on the red stripe. Where is he at? Bum, bum, bum. And then all of a sudden, A. Campbell comes by wearing the same outfit, the mask, the Scream outfit, and he's in like a Tesla, you know, the Cybertruck, and he's like, hey, motherfuckers, what's with you? I sold 2 hats to a very important man. I'm out of here. See you later. Red stripe. Hooray! So there he goes. And he's got to get off that island. If he doesn't want to, you know, share his money when they want, he's got to get off that island. But he's going to have to pay. He's going to have to pay something, some kind of tax. You know, he comes over to the United States. We'll tax him for it. Yeah, come on over. We'll take another third of that from you. You want to come over here? So let's see what happens to him later on in life. Now, this woman right here is pissed off at Karen because she got all of her friends that were selling Fire Sticks in trouble. Now, we don't have, I mean, a lot of people, I don't know too many people other than my dad, have actual cable network service. You know, you can go through all the channels and stuff. My wife and I, we cut the cable a long time ago. We had a box at one time that we were like hacking stuff. The Amazon stick was one of them. And you can kind of what they call jailbreak them. And you can put Kodi, Kodi, on the Fire Stick. And there's a whole bunch of process on how to do it and stuff. But it's technically, I don't know if it's illegal or not, but then you can download all these different other shows. We were doing it for movies and stuff. And then it got to a point where they were cracking down on those third-party free movie sites where like the Amazon Stick's not even worth it anymore. So we switched over to Roku. And Roku works just fine. It does just as well. But there are still people out there selling these Amazon Fire Sticks with the that have been jailbreaked. Is it not worth? It's not worth it. The article starts out. Can you get arrested for having an Amazon Fire Stick with a cable bill costing over $200 a month and being full of ads? I'll take my chances. This woman says on TikTok. Have you been streaming with the device with unlimited free apps? You can get in trouble, like jail time trouble. A viral video. With more than 5 million views, what's her name? Floridian? I thought that was her name. Sorry. Floridian Lily at Lily Baby, B-A-B-B-Y, or Bobby, 21, shares a PSA to The people who use Fire Sticks, the Amazon Fire Sticks, people are being arrested having the Amazon Fire Sticks, Lily says in the screenshot of a Florida sheriff, Judge Grady. If you ever know who he is, oh, he's Lake County. He will tear you up. He will shoot you in the face. If you pull a gun on him, you're dead. Lily points out that the officials are primarily target those that sell jailbroken stream devices like Fire Sticks and Rokus. The streaming device can be jailbroken, which means it is modified so it can allow streaming content like TV shows and movies and so on and so forth, like I explained. So let's see what Lily has to say, Floridian Lily, and she was all mad because Karen went out there and told on the people at the flea market. So let's get a hold of Lily. Lily Bobby, baby, B-A-B-B-Y. I don't know if she knows how to spell that or not, but I'm just chalking it up to bad grammar. So here we go. Where you at, bad baby? Little baby? Lily baby? I'll switch the camera forward while I'm looking for this. Here she is. All right, hold on, girl. Hold on, girl. Let's blow her up real big so she can hear. So here we go. Too many screens open. I'm going to pause you, and we're going to play you. So here she is, talking about Sheriff Grady Judd. There he goes.
People are being arrested for it. So I'm going to go ahead on because I love y'all. I'm letting y'all know. I'm going to give y'all a heads up right now.
Okay, tell me.
They going to come and get y'all at y'all house.
Yeah.
And if you're selling Fire Sticks right now, stop selling them. Because in the international flea market, they done busted 4 people.
How many?
And they're going to be charged as a felon.
Felon.
Now, if you got the Fire Sticks in your house, you're going to get a misdemeanor. I'm telling you right now. I had went and called Frontier and told Frontier, come on over here right now
Frontier,
and just give me some cable with some HBO, some ESPN, because these people are getting tired of y'all getting this stuff for free because y'all jailbreaking it. So I want to tell Karen. Because I heard Karen told. Karen snitched on y'all and said y'all was selling these Fire Sticks and jailbreaking them. Karen, I want to let you know you talk too much and you need to mind your business, okay? It's people like you that always get us in trouble. This man right here said that Karen, I went down there and I told
Hold on. Getting us and getting me in trouble. Well, you shouldn't be doing it. I mean, I'm guilty of it too. I mean, this is extreme.
Police that she found out that they was getting free HBO, ESPN, cinema, and she over here have to pay for it. Cinema. And that's not fair. Karen, mind your business. Because that's not fair that you worried about what other people getting. Okay?
Okay.
I'm letting y'all know right now, y'all do not need to go to jail. So y'all better go ahead on the call Frontier. They got a special. They must have found out and heard about that a lot of people going to jail. I can't sit in prison for no Fire Stick, y'all. I'm scared. I'm scared. So I want to help y'all and save y'all. Hey, take them Fire Sticks out your house if they jailbroken or unjailbroken them. Do whatever you got to do. But I ain't getting no misdemeanor and somebody asking me why.
They're already broken, girl.
But I ain't getting no misdemeanor and somebody asking me why I'm here, all because I had hooked up a Fire Stick inside my house. No. So I'm warning y'all, and they're not playing. They're going around sending all these people, FBI, they're doing undercover busts at these international flea markets.
The flea markets,
Stop selling them. Stop selling them and you're going to jail. And I don't like you, Karen. I hate you.
I don't like you, Karen. I hate you is what she says right there at the end. So if you've got one of those Fire Sticks, oh my God. And if you live in Lake County, because that's where Grady Judge is. If you're living in Lake County, you got one of those Fire Sticks. Oh, no. Karen told on you. She don't like it. She's got to pay for HBO and all that stuff. Karen's just mad because she couldn't figure it out. She doesn't have friends that can do that for her. God knows I've had many friends that hooked us up many times with free stuff. Family members, relatives, even unknown people. I think we bought 1 or 2 of them off the internet. And normally, the Fire Stick goes for like anywhere from $20 to $40. But at the flea market, they're charging, $80, $100, $110 for, when it's quote unquote jailbroken. So if you got one out there, hide your TV, hide your TV, hide your phone, hide your jailbroken Amazon sticks, Fire sticks, and Roku sticks. All right, guys, on that note, I'm going to let you get back to doing what you got to do. Make sure you follow us over on YouTube. Make sure you follow us on, well, not Facebook, because that completely took a shit. But if you'd like to be heard, we'd love to hear from you. You can do all that over at profitradio.com and enjoy the show, or look at all the other shows that are over there, and you can be part of that as well. So, all right, guys, on that note, I'm going to let you get back to doing what you got to do. My name is the Deacon, saying good nights and good nights.
This is the end. The absolute end.
Écoute-moi.
Motherfuckers. Fuckers. You know what? I'm glad that it actually happened, because I was ready to do. I was at that point. I was ready to douche everything. I'm just fucking douche it. I don't need that shit anymore. Fucking, hey, open house today, you know, and then someone will post something. My dog took a dump, and I'm like, I don't fucking care anymore. All right, guys. I care about you though. I do care about you. All right, guys. See ya. Take care. Bye.